Lisa Clark here, and this is the Mardis Gras Mask Part 10. Lots of parts to this mask, let me tell you. A lot of little details. But that's what happens, you know, the bigger the surface that you're working on is, allows for a lot more details. That's kind of how that works. And since this is like a 14 by 18, I believe, pastel board, yeah, it allowed for tons of details, which is great, but on the other hand, a little tiring too. But at any rate, what you're seeing me doing here is I'm just trying to achieve this texture look that I wanted on this mask. And it needed to be different than the face values that are, you know, underneath the mask, like on the lower half of this picture. So that's what you see me attempting to do. I wanted a raised look to those little gold swirlies on the mask. So to do that, I just added, here I'm using that Brisarth charcoal black. Don't know if I'm saying that right. But anyway, it's a very smooth, they say smooth charcoal. However, I will say that this actually goes down kind of grainy looking to me. The black Carbothello pastel pencil is a lot more smoother on this pastel board, but that's okay for what I needed this charcoal black to do. It was doing what I needed it to do, the effect. So it worked out well. I went back and forth between the Carbothello soft pastel pencils and that Brisarth charcoal black, just depending on what I needed to achieve. Like I said, the pastel pencils go down way smoother, less grainier looking. The charcoal went down a little bit more grainier looking, which worked because you won't want different kind of values going on. So here I'm using the orange Carbothello soft pastel pencil, and I'm just trying to tone down the bright yellow and give it more of a texture look. And I'll be honest, the camera, the video itself just didn't pick up like what it truly looks like in real life. So I'm not sure if I need to switch up some lighting or whatever, but anyway, here I'm going to show you, I'm using this kind of sandpaper. It's for sharpening basically normally probably Derwent graphite pencils, but this particular sandpaper is soft enough, if you want to say that. The grit is soft enough that I can use it to kind of sharpen my pastel pencils as I go along, to keep a point where I need a point, because this area of the crack right here on the mask is super small, so I don't want the orange spilling over where I don't want it. So in order to do that, I have to kind of keep sharpening that tip to a finer tip, and that's what I'm using right there, is this sandpaper. You just don't want to push too hard with the pastel or it's going to eat it up. So just kind of twirl it. You can kind of see me twirling it off camera there. Sorry I didn't get in the view when I was sharpening the pencil, but that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm just kind of twirling the pencil on the sandpaper very lightly, just to keep up a nice point to the pastel pencil. You don't want to push too hard. You'll ruin your pencil. You'll eat up the pastel really fast. But at any rate, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing a little highlighting in the cracks of the mask and sharpening it as I go, as needed, which I didn't need a whole lot, just here and there. You want a little bit to spill out because you don't want it perfect. You know, I don't know how to describe that, but you just want to do some little touch-ups here and there. And that's what I'm trying to do, essentially. Lots of details, like I said, but it's all good. I mean, in the end, I really, really, really like the way this mask turned out. But we've got a few more videos of quick, just showing you the process. It's a lot of repeating. So sorry if it gets a little bit monotonous. But obviously I sped up a lot of the videos so that you do not have to go through all the pains, aches, and all that I went through. Kind of like growing pains, really, because everything is like a trial and error. Does this work? Nope. Okay, do something different. Does this work? Yeah, I like this better. That's a lot of what I was going through with this mask, for sure. Never really used pastel board. I think this is my second project on pastel board, and I really like it. Don't get me wrong. It's different, so you have to kind of get used to it. So now I'm using the orange again to kind of soften up the yellow. And that's going to about wrap it up for mask part 10. So stay tuned and we're going to get this thing done eventually. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.